Rich Pro Sports, my goodness me. Brazil, England, and Jamaica actually have a bag of things in common. Lord have mercy. Like, share, subscribe. I'm running quick and fast through this accidental three-way mix-up, but it's a blessings. London, England's Reason Boss, right there live and direct, telling you about Brazil's look, currently sitting sixth in the South American CONMEBOL qualification process for World Cup 2026. Brazil have gone for a bag of managers. The under 20 or 21 manager took over from Chichi after the Qatar World Cup. He was then replaced by Fernando Diniz of Fluminense. But man, that guy, he just wasn't ready. He's been given his dismissal. He's P45, gone and gone. And in his place is Dorival, formerly of Sao Paulo, 2022, won the Copa Libertadores. That's the equivalent of the Champions League, the Copa Libertadores trophy with Flamengo. However, this guy, journeyman midfielder, flexible, not the most gregarious, exciting of interviewees, adaptable, so people say, relaxed, and ready to make the most of the players at his disposal. Well, with this Salazar team, he's going to have a bag of talent at his disposal. Where he was before at Sao Paulo, this is a different level of player he's going to have to be dealing with. This is similar to Coach Jaime Hallgrimsson, the Icelander, who has taken the reins at the Reggae Boyz. He has proved a pretty good people person, man manager, flexible, adaptable, willing to let the likes of Damian Lowe take the reins as Jamaica overcame a 1-0 deficit to make the Copa America finals. Lord have mercy. Big things are going. Damian Lowe said, yeah man, I will do whatever it takes. He stepped into that midfield, attacking midfield position, set up Boza Nicholson, a brace for Boza, 3-2 victory for Jamaica. And here we come, Copa America in the United States of America. Brazil have been going for a tumultuous time, similar to the Jamaican Football Federation, the JFF, going through a bag of issues. Beach soccer, beach football, which is the valid one, which is the ITAL one. Who will win the day? Michael Ricketts, Rudolph Speed and company? Oh God. Or Raymond, the builder, real, solid, action, oh God. Cataract, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Ryan LFC, easy, bag of drama. I am Sure Sports. Cranky. I like where you're coming from, Cranky. You know what you're going on with, man. But I tell you what, you're a very patient brother. It's not easy dealing with Jamaican football. It's not an easy road. It's a big challenge. Quota systems. How do you balance up the existing island players, island-based, as opposed to the Jamaican heritage, diaspora-based players? We could simply say, one love, one heart. And when we say that, any Jamaican, wherever they're from, a warm welcome. We could easily say that, but it's not as easy as that. Like, share, and subscribe. Lord have mercy, I tell you, it's not an easy road. Who the boat? Martin Baker, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Martin. Seasonal greetings. I don't know if you've been following the JFF wranglings. It's not an easy road. I would like to believe that one word that has been missing, Martin, views and subscribers, one word that's been missing from the conversation. I've been saying it from the start. One Jamaica best players always Richard. Salutes to that. Though Martin is an interesting one because do you see where the Jamaican Football Federation is coming from? Do you see where the likes of Rudolph Speed and those on the real solid action base are coming from? Because where they're coming from, they want to not leave out the Jamaican based players, those players who matriculate from the schoolboys football and footballing system, those who are playing in the JPL. What ambition would they have if they cannot have aspirations for the Reggae Boyz senior men's national team? Now, of course, in addition to trying to play well to earn themselves a move overseas, get themselves a lucrative contract and look after their friends and families, no problem at all, full respect to that. But Martin, I hear where you're coming from. We want, as fans, we want the best team to be out there playing and representing. Yes, with this quote-unquote elite squad does not make sense to me. Martin, it wouldn't make sense to me either. However, check this out, Martin. It's an interesting one because I think there's a balancing act. I've heard the JFF, through the likes of Michael Ricketts say, and Rudolph Speed, that they have the young boys and girls' interests at heart. Does that include the word love? Love for the boys and girls, love for the game, the beautiful game? I don't know. That's been missing. I've heard a bag of money, a bag of influence, and a bag of power talks bubbling under the surface. This wrangling over beach football and beach soccer, which is the valid, which is the valid organization, a suspension of the JFF elections. This smacks of, and is that madness? Maybe not. You want to get your feet under the table and keep your feet under the table for a good few years. And if you are in the JFF with those constitutions, it's set up nicely. No wonder real solid action, Raymond Anderson and company want to usurp Michael Ricketts, Speed and company. My question is, who has the love? I think you have a love for the game, Martin. Who has a love for the game of football, has the best interests of Jamaican football at heart? However, part of the challenge, I'm not backing in coming forward. I'm going to stay on the fence in terms of which slate wins. Which side do I favor? I'm aware that one of the challenges is, how do you develop and grow the game in Jamaica? Do you rely on the Jamaican diaspora to produce the footballing skills and personnel? Born and bred in England, playing for the big clubs in the Championship, in the Premier League, they fly over to Jamaica, represent Jamaica. What happens to the JPL League? What happens to those schoolboy dreams in Jamaica? Now, I could easily say, and I've often said, hard work, as JD of WeMax says, hard work, work, and work some more. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to be the best and you believe you're the best, fight for it, prove it, show it. Of course, the quality of coaching in Jamaica needs to up big time, needs to improve. And some of these slates are looking to do that. Martin, Richie, these men do not love our God, don't love the youth because, Mr. What you say, sir? Let me get this up again. They don't love the youth because Speed said the coaches feel the youth, but yet they don't want to get the best players to get more money to develop the youth properly. Absolutely, Martin. I hear where you're coming from, and I raise a mug to you. That is the sad situation, an unfortunate situation. As far as I'm concerned, I realized when I joined the Jamaican social media group and platforms around the 2021, I asked the likes of Coach Minzy of Coaches Desk, I asked Formula Sports, I've asked Ryan LFC of Elite Sports, I've asked JD WeMax, do the administrators overall love the game of football? Do they have the best interests of football, the footballers, the fans, the country? Do they have the best interest of player matriculation at heart? If it's a case of isms and schisms, looking after your nearest and dearest and not looking, as you said, for the best talent available, you're going to always have an issue. And if you're looking to get the advantage, as this JFF election is clearly showing, if you're looking to get the advantage without the love and respect, the dignity that representing your country should entail, the JFF, they are quick to say that they're a private organization. As such, it seems that they've got certain rules that we don't necessarily adhere to, and they certainly don't adhere to certain rules. Of course, they would say differently. And I'm hoping that decency, dignity, respect, honor, humility, oh God, transparency, that's a long way. We have a long way to go before that becomes a reality. Right now, God have mercy, bag of trouble. But you know that the CBF, Confederation, Brazilian Footballing Federation, they've had their bag of troubles. They've had their bag of troubles. Hence the title of the show. There's been a bag of trouble with Brazilian football, and they've only just got their recently new appointed full-time manager in place. Let me see what I'm going to say. Long way. And you see, a long way to go. And if that is the case, it's one of the reasons why I've not been dipping into many a show and taking part on the panels. Excuse me, Martin. Simply because you get a look and a lay of the land. You assess and you check it out and you say, okay. You look at how the election is progressing and what the protagonists are saying and how they're saying it, and you realize money, power, influence. Those three, front and center. If that is at the foremost of many of these administrators' minds, then love, respect, honesty, openness, transparency, we're not expecting, as you said, Martin, to see that anytime soon. Brazil have been going through my Brazil jersey on today. I've been supporting the Brazilians for many years now, seeing some fantastic football. Right about now, they're struggling, but hopefully, because Copa America is coming up in March, Dorival, the newly appointed Brazilian coach, having left Sao Paulo, having been appointed by the Brazilian Federation following a temporary delay in the announcement due to the sad loss of Mario Zagallo, the great Brazilian player and manager and coach who passed away well into his 90s, God rest his soul. The Brazilian Federation made the appointment of Dorival. He's not necessarily the best, super best coach, but he's Brazilian. Carlo Ancelotti of AC Milan, the Italian, was slated to be the next Brazilian manager. Alas, for Brazil, Football Federation anyway, who were holding out for Carlo, he committed himself to Real Madrid. He committed himself to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are going to be the lucky, fortunate beneficiaries. He's got the likes of Vini Jr., Rodrigo, and Militao with the new superstar Brazilian football, Endrick, all playing and donning that white jersey of Real Madrid. Now Ancelotti is not coming to Brazil. The Brazilian fans and those ex-players who love the idea of keeping it Brazilian, keeping it local, keeping it national, will be delighted to put their support behind Dorival. Dorival, interesting story about him, which links, interestingly, to Jamaica. Dorival, way back when Neymar was bursting onto the scene at Santos in Brazil, Dorival was the manager of Santos, and for a few months they were flying high. Neymar leading the outstanding midfield that they were producing at the time, where many of the Brazilian teams were using wingers. Santos under Dorival were going through the center of midfield and attacking that way. Neymar was leading it. However, one time Neymar, I think he missed a penalty, and he was not given the opportunity to take a penalty by Dorival and the team. He got stroppy. Dorival banned him, suspended him, to be precise. The club took offense to that. The next game was going to be against Corinthians, Santos's main and arch rivals. The club said it's Neymar who we want to play or Dorival. The decision was made. Dorival had to go. He's had a bundle of clubs. I think in 20 years he's had 25 clubs. 25 clubs he's been a manager of in 20 years. So he's been hopping on and off, on and off, on and off. But the interesting thing was that in that game where Neymar got stroppy and the game was delayed because he was vexed that he couldn't take a penalty, the opposing manager, guess who it was? Rene. Yes, Rene Simoes. Yes, Brazilian manager of Jamaica when they made their fateful and sole men's entry into the World Cup in 1998. Rene Simoes saw that, heard about the strop, saw the strop, and said, Brazilian football, if it's in the hands of Neymar, with this kind of attitude, it naga tan good. It naga tan good. It not set right. And Lord and behold, so it proved. So it proved. Ups and downs, Neymar, an outstanding talent. But has he proved the leader of Rivaldo standards, Cafu standards, Roberto Carlos standards, El Phenomenon standards, Romario standards, Bebeto standards, Dunga standards? Super and superlative skills. But as we saw in Qatar, when I believe that he should have been substituted quick and sharp by Chichi, quick and sharp against Croatia, Chichi kept him on. Didn't have the maybe guts, determination, strength to take him off in extra time when he was sagging. Lord have mercy. The rest, as they say, is history. The man didn't even take a penalty. First up, can you imagine Haaland not taking a penalty? Up first, quick and sharp, waiting for the last glory, finding penalty. Oh God, what a memory, what a memory. But Brazil under Dorival will be taking part in their first game. Dorival will be the manager, as England, yes, in England, will be Brazil's opponents. And that will be the last game for Brazil before Copa America. Meanwhile, Jamaica, the Reggae Boyz themselves, as they approach a March appointment with the United States of America in the Nations League semi-finals for a place against either Mexico or Panama, the Reggae Boyz themselves are in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, and yet fortunately, we're going to see just how good Jaime Hallgrimsson is and how much depth the Reggae Boyz have, because no Damarai Gray, no Boza Nicholson for the semi-finals of the Nations League. That will prove a challenge. Will Coach Jaime be as adaptable and flexible as a Dorival? That will be the question. We will see. Neymar, young starlet for Brazil. Jamaica has their own starlet, as do England. They've got the likes of Phil Foden, John Stones, but they've got even younger at Chelsea. You see the connection coming together? At Chelsea, Cole Palmer, formerly of Manchester City, now tearing it up. The main man, the best player on the pitch for Chelsea, the best young player doing the business, nicknamed Cold Palmer, because he's cold and calculating and precise. Nah, rump. Oh God. Bad boy Cole Palmer. But at Chelsea, we also have Dujon Whisper Richards, one of Jamaican's finest young talents from the Phoenix Academy, has made it into England, 18 years old, on the roster. Lord have mercy. For Chelsea, that's no small achievement. I say all the very best, Whisper. Not yet ready to stake a claim for a full starting position with the Reggae Boyz, but he is at Chelsea, where he's going to be rubbing shoulders with the good and the great. World Cup winners, Fernandez, Lord have mercy, Thiago Silva, the great Brazilian defender. My God, Raheem Sterling, Debout Mudryk. Wow. Moses Caicedo. CDM, Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken. Oh God. Oh God. The Copa America though. Exciting times. What's happening here? Let me check out Reason Boss. To me, this election is all about the coming FIFA World Cup, these men just see the opportunity to go to the world and control all that money. Don't hear anyone saying that. You've said it. You've said it. And I tell you something. I hear you loud and clear. As you heard me talking earlier. They're sniffing. Martin, you've just come up front and said what's in your mind. I can't really disagree with you. Money, power, influence. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. Now, if they want to dress it up, maybe they beg to differ. If they beg to differ, I look forward to them coming on channels and programs such as Richbo Sports, I Am Sure Sports, Coach's Desk, Sports Max, Elite Sports, wherever and whenever. The flat platforms, big up, by the way, JT, big up yourself, JT, Sports Prophecy, who has had and entertained Cataract on not one but two occasions. Hey, man, big up. You can manage Cataract. Are you sure you want to be that guy? You want Listen, the best interest of Jamaican football, that's what we all want. I hope that's what we all want. But as Martin said, Cataract, just take stock, consider, and make sure whatever you're doing, once you're doing it with your heart in the right place, bless up yourself, Cataract. Bless up yourself. Jamaican football is not an easy terrain at all. There's self-interest, there's balancing acts, there's considerations to be made. As I said, the cream of Jamaican talent often lies overseas. Lack of coaching in Jamaica means that it's difficult for players to become the best they can be if they're born and performing and playing in Jamaica. The quality of opposition, the level of training, nutrition, payment, incentives, various things just leave the players at a disadvantage. So if you want to get the best team, why not go for players who are fit, experienced, getting first team football, regular football, competitive football, quality football to play? The one thing again, the caveat, the reason about speaking, like, share and subscribe, Martin, I'm sure you're aware of it. CONCACAF football is a different kettle of fish. It's not the same as Premier League football. It's not the same as Championship or League One football. Players from Panama, El Salvador, Honduras, Mexico, they don't ramp. They've got their own style. The refereeing is different. There are nuances. Panamanians, when they represent their country, they are putting their best foot forward. They see a Leon Bailey coming towards them. That's the Aston Villa man. That's the Aston Villa man from the Premier League. He might beat one of us, might beat two, but now beat three of us, you know. There's Demarai Gray. There's Bobby Reed. There's Ethan Rupert Pinnock. Oh, God. The challenges is out there. There's an X on the back of Jamaican players. But as far as the Panamanians, El Salvadorians, the Hondurans are concerned, they are bringing their A game when they're in the national colours. And in their national colours, the fans, oh God, they're fully behind their team. And it's not easy. It's not an easy zone to be competing at the highest level and succeeding at. Canada been puffing for years and years, trying. Yeah, puff. Hey, steady now. It's a puff, huffing and puffing, working hard. Oh, you mean? It's only in recent years they've experienced success, big time, continual success, and even that has not proved sufficient because they too are struggling administratively as well as on the pitch, having been taken out 3-2 by Jamaica. Big up the Reggae Boyz. They now have to take on Trinidad and Tobago to make the Copa America finals. Will they? We will wait and see. Let me catch a couple of the comments and see what I want. Yes, sir. Martin. One Germany. One Germany. We said it. To me, Neymar failed. Well, Neymar failed Brazil. Strong words. Strong words. Would I say Neymar failed Brazil? I've spoken with Brazilian fans who have been very disappointed. They acknowledge that he's a wonderful player, technique-wise, skill-wise, but potential has not been fulfilled, has not been fully met. Why? Does he party a bit too much off the field? Has he not focused on his professional career as much as he could have? It's not easy. I mean, he knocked us and knocks us into a cocked hat as footballing skills are concerned. He's been blessed with a gift. Has he used it to his maximum? We don't know. He gets fouled a lot. Sometimes he brings it on himself. During his footballing upbringing, I know that he played a lot of futsal, encouraging the defenders to tackle him, and then ref, getting the free kick. But when you come to professional football, sometimes you can get roughed up professionally, and unless you're winning penalties, you're getting yourself into a bag of trouble where injuries are concerned, and he's endured, as he currently is enduring, injuries, meniscus, oh God, ACL, could be out, 6 to 12 months. Last game he played, I think, was against Uruguay, which they lost 2-0, I believe. Oh boy, oh boy. I thought personally Qatar 2080 was the best opportunity for Neymar and Brazil to lift the World Cup. 2022 in Qatar, I thought that was a great opportunity for them. They had the likes of Casemiro available, Bruno Guimaraes available, Rodrigo, many players available. But alas, the big Croatia, big mentally strong Modric and company came, saw and conquered on penalties. Brazil showed flashes of brilliance. And I'd like to conclude by just giving my feedback and opinion on the Brazilian team at the moment, or the squad at the moment. As I said, March we'll see Brazil take on the likes of England and Spain. And then they'll be continuing their World Cup build-up. 6 at the moment, automatically 6 qualify from the Brazil South American group, and then there's another place via intercontinental playoff. Brazil want to be in the top 6 without question or hesitation. They want to be first if necessary, second, third, fourth. They want to be playing better than they have been, and I believe under Dorival, if he is as adaptable and as humble, plain talking, but a hard worker. And I like what he's been saying. He's been saying good things. I hope Coach Jaime Algrimson, who I've not heard much from recently, I hope he'll be saying good things to the players by way of motivation. Dorival has been saying, yes, things need to be turned around for Brazil. It's not going to be necessarily easy, but it's not going to be overly difficult. We don't need a big change in personnel. I agree on that point. The likes of Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Richarlison, Rodrigo, Andre, there's a guy called Andre Santos, I believe, who is also on the Chelsea books. Chelsea have got a bag of young talent, man. I'm telling you. I think they've just recently been interested in the Argentinian under-17 World Cup star. Didn't win it. Germany won that. But Echeverri, I believe, fantastic player from what I saw from the highlights. From Argentina. Chelsea have got a bag of young, talented players. So if Richards wants to shine, wants to make it into the squads or make it big whilst being on loan, he's going to have to work hard. But I'm hoping and confident that he will work hard and concentrate on the God-given talents that he has been provided with. Let me see if there's any more comments before I bid you farewell. I will love and leave you. Love, my Lord, that word love. Love. And that word respect. You know, Martin, like, share and subscribe. Views and subscribers. Jamaican fans, love and respect. Respect. I heard respect is a big thing in Jamaica. And I said, respect. One respect. That sometimes comes with a bungle of pride. And those words can be, when taken out of context, when the flavor, the salt, as the good word, as the good book says, when the salt has lost its flavoring, of what use is the salt? If respect is not something that is garnered, that is not treasured, appreciated, can be defined and put into practice, respect. Does Jamaica and its administrators respect the game, respect the funds given, respect the responsibility that they have to give the youth the best opportunities? Now, if they do, which is why that Q word comes into focus, if they do, then do we need to bear with them? Do they need to bear their souls and let us know the challenges that face Jamaica, as well as the opportunities that face Jamaica? Can they come out plain, frank, honestly, and reason with the Jamaican fans, reason amongst themselves, and look to do the very best they can for Jamaican football? There are challenges, there are opportunities. It's not an easy road. Decisions and decision making is not necessarily a bag of roses. Armchair fans, armchair managers is one thing. Making the tough decisions, the big decisions is another. Whoever, as far as the Reason Bus is concerned, wins the forthcoming JFF elections, I wish them well. I wish them a heart of humility, a heart that appreciates transparency, openness, being candid, and not just being blinded by the lights of money, power, and influence. There are in reggae girls and reggae boys, reggae girls and reggae boys, lives, professional livelihoods at stake, mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual well-being at stake. Am I speaking? It's on this slate, upon this rock, oh God, me want JFF for build for them church. Equal rights and justice, one love. Martin, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna ease and pull, see what I go on. Like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss. Checking out the connections between Brazil, England, and sweet jam down the hills and valleys. Beautiful. The music through the likes of Bob Nestor, Bounty, Bujo. Oh God, I could go on and on. The fool has never been told. Oh God, oh God. Football, the beautiful game. Let that be the winner. Agami God. Martin, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're watching on the rerun, remember to give a like, subscribe, free and easy to Rich Po Sports, part of the Jamaican content community. Big up Talawa TV, big up I Am Sure Sports, big up We Max It JD, big up Sports Prophecy J Taylor, big up Elite Sports, big up Eddie Vision, big up Eddie, MG Sports, big up Halftime TV, keeping his counsel. Bless up each and every time. Unseen, the Formula Sports. You don't know. One love, yes sir. Peace, equal rights.